not 1 year, not 2 years, more than 20 years, I had this practice of speaking to students almost every day before the first period, those days. Now I have been reducing it once or twice, thrice, and now finally we took to Hello Dear Everwinners on Mondays, but that was in a different format, a voice recording and then adding visuals, taking to YouTube and then sending the link on Monday evening. All these things were done. Now back to the glory, because experience is the best teacher. Today, those who completed 10th standard, 12th standard long back, I'm attending their wedding receptions. They are saying, sir, we can never forget your assembly talk. You covered so many topics. You cracked jokes. You told stories. You gave GK and current affairs. And what a talk it was. This is the version of the students who were listening to my assembly talk for years. We are trying to regain it. Of course, it will take time to settle. One thing you should do, certain things should be done blindly. Listen, enough. You like it or not, you understand or not, be silent and listen to the talk. You cannot come to conclusions on a single day. Assembly talk will be like this. It will take a few weeks or even a few months to know the importance and benefits of this assembly talk. Very quickly to the GK. Indian parliamentary elections happened very recently, as some or many of you might have known, and Narendra Modi has become the Prime Minister yet again, but not with a majority. He is now leading a coalition government, which means in Tamil, Kuttani Achi. 272 seats are required to be the largest party with majority, but the BJP has secured only 240, falling short of the majority. Now it is depending on the allies, the alliance partners to lead the government. So he has become a little weak, but the government is strong, the nation is strong, the people are strong. We must support the government. That is important. And I always talk about the beginning, the strong beginning, a brilliant beginning, a beautiful beginning of an academic year. We have begun the academic year very nicely, and this should continue till the last working day of the year. That is important. The importance of beginning, you should always realize. Remember, in the history, the beginnings were strong. Wherever the beginnings were strong, the results were positive. The results were wonderful. If you don't make a beginning in a strong way, then everything else will not be to the expectation of yours. That you need to realize. Remember the beginning of electricity. What a wonderful beginning it was. Imagine life without electricity. What a beginning it was. Then the results we are enjoying now, the electricity. What about aeroplane? What a beginning it was. People were using trains, buses, all this. They were using animals too. And today we can say that the world has shrunk. It has become very small. You can fly to any country in hours. What a beginning it was. And television, life will be boring. There will be no stress buster if there is no television. What a beginning that invention was. And now you see every household has a television, even more TVs in a single residence. So wonderful beginning it was. And computers, what a beginning. The beginning of using of computers. Every beginning has a wonderful result. You can also do that. And what about mobile phones? When there was a death happening those days, it took hours to pass the message to relatives. To invite marriage, now it's happening on WhatsApp. So what about mobile phone beginning? The beginning of the use of mobile phone, wonderful, positive. What a beginning it was. And then no need to say about YouTube. What a beginning it was. So wherever the beginning was positive, confident, brilliant, the results are brilliant. So is the case with you. Begin the academic year with more hopes. People will talk about you in several ways. You are not capable of doing this, you are not capable of doing that, you have less memory, you are talkative, Ignore all that. Scan yourself, X-ray yourself, come out with confidence. Only you should decide how much you can deliver. Don't forget it. That is what I would like to say. And when you don't do well in beginning, the kind of laziness will set in the mind and you will not be doing well. And I am an English teacher. I would like to go into the words beginning. Inside beginning, there is a word inning. Innings. In cricket, it is famous. It also means a kind of beginning. Inning, INNING. So your innings in this academic year 2024-25 should be strong, brilliant, and it should be result oriented. Inning. And I should also talk about the other word. When I was studying in government schools, the teachers were cautioning students. டேய் சரியா படிக்கல, ஒழுங்கா நடந்துக்கல, நீ பிச்சை தான் எடுக்கணும் பின்னாடி எதிர்காலத்துல. This is what they said. And don't forget the 3 letters in the word beginning. The first 3 letters in the word beginning. It is just a caution. It is not really begging. You will have to depend on others if you don't get a job. If you don't earn well, you will have to borrow money. Even at the age of 25, you may not get a job. So every year the beginning should be coming out with more advantages for you. Don't forget it. Now how to begin? Get up earlier. That is a good beginning. You are getting up at 6 o'clock. Now it is 5:30. So make it earlier. And brisker walking. The pattern of your walking should be changed. That is also a good beginning. When the beginning of the academic year, from this academic year, I have started walking faster, brisker. So that is another thing. And have a stronger breakfast. Don't forget, it makes you active. It doesn't make you active. It all depends on the quality and quantity and time of your breakfast. Don't forget it. And into the class, the beginning should be with more focus. I was not paying more attention when the teacher was talking, when the teacher was teaching last year. Now, no. I will deeper focus, better concentration, more careful listening to and noting down what the teacher is teaching. That beginning is also important. And what about your respect to the teachers and parents? It should also go for better things. It is true that you respect them, but you can view them with greater respect, more regard that you can try. And what about the change, the beginning of the change in using mobiles, mingling with friends, spending time with friends, roaming during holidays or late evenings? There should also be a change. So the beginning of that change is also important. Don't forget it. Now, as usual, I always give 3 points. Let me dictate so that the teachers can also take down and later they can write on the board. Let us go now. For a stronger beginning, that is the title. For a stronger beginning. Number 1, let the beginning of the year be different and wonderful. Let the beginning of the year be different and wonderful. Let the beginning of the year be different and wonderful. 2, always believe that you are capable of doing more things. Always believe that you are capable of doing more things. This is what I said. Ignore others, whatever others say. You believe that you are capable of doing more things. So the second point, always believe that you are capable of doing more things. Number 3, restrict mobile use, friendship and roaming. Restrict mobile use, friendship and roaming. That's all for the day. Keep going. Thank you very much.